Okay friends, now I'll come to the second part of the revision. So I was telling about metrics. Now I'll tell about the dot product. Okay, dot product is nothing but it is done between the rows of the first matrix and the columns of the second matrix, and it always the dimension one matrix should be 1 by 3. If the first matrix is 1 by 3, the second matrix must be 3 by 1. And okay, it's the number of columns in the first should be same as the number of rows in the second one. That you should keep in mind. Okay, so I'm making a matrix of 0 to 8, so 9 numbers by rows 3. Okay, you can see what is in A. So this is A matrix. So dot product symbol is this one, percentage star percentage. Okay, so this is dot product. So you can see just one you can this into same. So first row, okay, this is first row into this one. So 0 into 0, 1 into 3 plus 2 into 12. So 12 plus 3, 15. This is how the 15 came, like that. Okay. So this is, so suppose M1, 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 M1. So this is M1. So if you type, this will fail. Okay, because the dimension of A is 3 by 3. This is 4 by 3. So it fails. And you can see the difference. A dot product A is this one. A star A is this one, so that's the difference. And this yields the coefficients. Okay, coefficients. So when you divide, so this is A, so A divided by A, and it will give you the coefficients. Okay, coefficient. This is because 0 is coming, and then how it is divided, coefficients. Same. And then you can find the exponent. Okay, and then again this is A, and if you type e raised to 0 will come, and then e raised to 1, e raised to 2, like that. Okay. E raised to 0 1, e raised to 1 2.71, e raised to 2, like that. Okay, and log you can find, first one is log of 0, that is infinity king, and then this is a 1. What is that? So this is, it will find this position like that. Okay, sign. And now you can collapse this matrix to a vector. Okay, some of the columns, and these are sum of rows, and you can make it to a scalar one, mean of A and average. Okay, and minimum of A. And now you're making a matrix of 3 by 3. This is the M now, and you can find the diagonal elements 1 to 1, and to find the inverse you give the command solve M. Okay, so this is the inverse, matrix inverse. So M into inverse should give identity matrix. You can see it's smaller. This is modulus 0, and this is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. Okay, identity matrix. And to find the determinant, you have got the command det, number of column, mean of the column, row means what is the, so this is your MA, this one, and row, what is the mean, 5 divided by 3, 5 divided by 3, and 9, 8 divided by 3. Okay, and you can concatenate, row wise concatenation or bind, so it will come one below the other one, which is column bind. And now, yeah, this is a symbol matrix to just show you are getting identity matrix. Yeah. A this one. So A dot product inverse of A, you will get the additive, that is 1 1. Okay, one here, one here. Okay. And now we are going to arrays. So arrays are similar to lists, they have to be one class type. Okay, this can have different types. So here array is a command for creating array of a this one, and then dimension is given, so you can see what is this one. So a b, okay, 3 by 3 matrix, okay, 3 by 3 matrix, and then how to access. So suppose you want to access here 3 by 3 and then 2, that's why it came 2 layers. Okay, one in this one, okay, array with a b dimension 3 by 3 matrix of 2. Okay, here 1 and 2, this is the array. Okay, so now if you want to access 2 to 2, so it will go to the this one. Okay, this 2 is for this one, and second row, second column, you will get B, and access one layer full. So the comma, so you are telling all rows, all columns of this second layer. Okay, so you will get this one, BAB, this one will get. Okay, you can see here B, this one BAB, this came here. Okay, then naming elements of an array. So this is V1, so you can see what is in V1, 1 and 1, V2, 10 to 13, 10, 11, 12, 13, column names of same, row names R1, R2, matrix name, okay, matrix 1. So just to show you that layers, array made with layers, just before we made, so just to make it clearly. So this is a command for that array with V1, V2, okay, dimension 2 by 3 with 2 layers, and row names and matrix names. Okay, that layers it will come. Okay, and so this is the one V1, this is V1, this is V2. We are making array with V1 and V2, and then 1 1 10 11 10 11 12 13. Okay, and 2 layers here, two layers are coming, and then for that we are giving the matrix name, the matrix 1 and matrix 2. Okay, we are just giving the name. It's before, last time it was showing 1 and 2, just names came, and column names and row names. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. And now you can access the elements row 1 of row 1 complete. Okay, here it is comma, we are not mentioning anything about the column. So if you take the matrix 1 row 1, 1 10 12, it will come 1 10 12, because R1 of matrix 1 1 10 12. Okay, and you can manipulate the arrays. Okay, you can retrieve. So what is A is this one. Okay, A is this one, matrix 1 matrix 2, like that, 2 layers. Now you are copying one layer completely to M1, next layer completely to M2. You can copy like that also. So suppose if you type M2, it will show you this one: 1, 10, 12, 1, 11, 13. Okay. Now another function is one new function. I'm telling apply function. Okay. Apply function is we have to give the array here as the first one, and then margin whether to show this column wise or row wise. That's a margin, 1 for row wise and 2 for column wise. I think like that. We'll confirm that. Okay. And then you have to give a function. So here I am making a x1 equal to 3 and x2 is 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you type this, you can see what is it. Next 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, so I am going to make a x with that. Okay, after binding, column wise binding. Okay, so now if you type x, you type in column wise. Okay, column wise binding. Okay, x1 is 3 and x2 is 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can see this is recycling happens. Okay, this is repeated. X1 is repeated, and then you are going to make the names of that. Okay, letters you're going dim names. That's a command of each one. You're going to give letters from 1 to 8. Okay, letters the A B that will come. Okay, now if you type, you can see that names came A B C D E F G H came, and x1 x2 and x1 and x2 same thing. And now if you type, you are giving x as the argument for the apply. 2 we can see, I think it is column wise, and then mean. Okay, mean of that column. Just try that. Yeah, column. So it is the mean of this one x1 and mean of this one x2. This command. Okay, column wise. Now suppose we change this to 1, and then you see you'll get row wise. Okay, so 3 and 4, 7 divided by 2, 3.5, 3 plus 3 divided by 2, 3. Okay, like that. So 1 means row wise, 2 means column wise. Okay, yeah, and now sum. I am doing the sum, same column wise sum. You can see what is. Okay, x1 and x2 sum and row sums you can see, and I'm going to make it a column row bind. Okay, and I'm going to print the total row sums and column sums. So r dot one new row will come with the row sums, and column total one new column will come with the column combining column sums and sum of column sums. Okay, so see, column total one new row came with column sums and sum of column sums. Okay, and then row sums also came with r dot column name. Okay. Just binding, just to tell you, I am binding these properties to the x. Okay, this is x actually. Okay, all right. Now coming to list, let me see how much time I have taken. Or I have to divide this. Yeah, 14 minutes as Okay, I'm just I take the list also and I'll stop. So the list can have character, string, one value, mathematical value, a rational number, and a function. Okay, this is list. Okay, my list. So we can mix numbers, strings, vectors, anything. Okay. So if you print that my list, you can see it can have this string and then value of pi and the value we give 3.14 approximate value we give and function also. Okay, the C function. So this is how you make a list. And then I'm giving a make a new list and then assign same thing, the same I just typed again, that's all. And I am assigning names to that list L, description, exact, approximate, and function. And now if I print, you will get with that name also. Okay. And the thing is that you can now if you type L and then dollar, you will get that names. That's a plus point. You can just type and then what is inside that list with the description name that will come. L dollar, suppose you are typing approx because that's a name I have given, you'll get that. So the difference is L dollar exact minus L dollar approximate. I'm combining that using paste. So the difference is you get that. Okay. And now you can see L3. Okay, approximate. You can add L square bracket 3 and L dollar approximate. Both you'll get the same thing. Okay, so we need to use the backtick. Okay, so this one I'm assigning the function. Okay, because see, suppose if I just see, suppose if I type, yeah, you have to give the argument to that. Okay, that's where the error came. So suppose you have to give a back this symbol. I don't know. Okay. Then only it will work, and then you have to give the arguments to that. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, you can just type here. Okay, backticks in order to address. So now I'm just executing this again. Now I have given the arguments to that function. Okay, L dollar, and now you have to give the this symbol is important. Okay, this symbol, and then it will pass to that C. Okay, now if you print that A, you can see. Okay, it's combined. You get 2, 3, pi, and 5. Okay, this is how you use the function that list. I hope you got the point. Suppose you type L. So last part I have given a function. To access that function, you have to give this one L dollar, and then function name backtick. You have to use the backtick, and then 2, 3. So it will go to the function. Okay, and then manipulations of the list. So I'm making a v1 vector, and then using that v1 I'm making an L2 list. Now if you type L2, you can see it is having 1, 2, 3 as the first layer, and this one 2 to 7 as the second layer, and then I'm making a list of the L2 and v1. Now if you print, you can see that 1 2 3 list of list, that's it is coming like this. And suppose you're typing I'll just come back to that after this. Suppose you want to access the L2, I'll type here. What is L2? L2 is 1 2 3 of the first object, and this is second object. Suppose you want to access the first object of the L2 square bracket 1, you'll get the 1 2 3. Okay, first object. Now if you type the class of L2, it will come as a list. Now if you want to access 1, that is the first element of the L2, that first object. Okay, you will get 1 2 3. Okay, this one 1 2 3. Okay, L2 first element of this one, this layer. Okay, that is 1 2 3. And then class, you will get numeric. 1 2 3 is numeric, and 1 and 2 of L2 you can type 1 colon 2, both objects coming 1 2 3. And so this is list. And now factors also, I'll tell factors, it is symbol. Suppose we have got a feedback vector with good, bad, average. So it's unique things it will make as a layer. Okay, so what is feedback? Now feedback will be having a vector of good, bad, average, bad, good. So I'm going to make a factor of this. Okay, factor. So unique things will be made as layers. Okay, so good will be one layer, bad will be another layer, average will be another layer. Okay, so I'm going to make a factor from that vector. And now if you type this one, you can get, see, these are the levels: average, bad, good. But thing is, it will be alphabetically arranged. So now if you have, yeah, I printed that. Yeah. And now you can plot it. Box plot, you'll get box plot. How many average is, how many bad is there, how many good is there. Okay. And now if you want that to be in the order, because it is average, bad, good. Now if you want to be in this order, bad, average, and good, you can just give feedback and levels equal to in that order. Okay. And now if you plot it, you will get the bad as the first one. And now another important one is data frame. Okay, data frame, so it has got columns and then values, just like our database, how it's just like a database. So you are making a data underscore test using the command data dot frame. It has got columns, name, gender, score, age, and each one you will supply as a vector. Now if you print it, we can see first row, second row, this one. Now you can plot it. Okay, so it will name versus gender, so everything will, using pairs, it will be plotted and shown. Okay, just a scatter plot between. So you can see here, suppose gender, so where 1 is coming, it will be taken as female, and where 2 is coming, it will be taken as a male, alphabetical order F M. Okay, that's why it came like this. Okay, and then there's a, so actually you can, what are the two, score and age, you can come see here. So this is between where score versus age. Okay, and so this will become ulta here. Okay, it is between name and gender. And then you can find the structure of data set. It tells which how many, which are the column names and what is the character number or something. And then you can find the summary of that, this thing, data frame. So what is the score, I mean score, minimum value, first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, maximum value of age also. Okay, and to get the first 5, you have got the head command, you have got the tail command to get the last 5, and Now if you want to extract all rows with second, gender and age. Okay, gender and age will come here. All rows, that is nothing you are writing, comma, second and fourth columns. Gender and age will come here. Okay, the meaning is from the data frame, all rows with columns second and fourth, gender and age. Extract columns by name and keep only selected rows. So here I want the second and fourth rows. Okay, so it came second, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, column sign is there, I missed that column. 2, 3 and 4 rows. Okay, 2, 3 and 4 rows. And now you can factorize the gender. Okay, male and female is there, so you can factorize that. And then now if you type structure, if you type structure and see, you'll get this factor in 2 levels. And now you can, if you type here the data underscore test, and when you type the dollar sign, you'll get all the column names. Okay, so if you want score, everything will be shown, that score in that column will be shown. Now if you want the second item, 288 will come. Okay, so same way you can assign values also. So now I'm the third value I am giving, so instead of 92 it will become 100. You can see that 92 became 100 by this command. Data score third element I am changing to 100. Okay, same, this is also same, third, because name, gender, score is third one. The third column, third item I am changing to 81. Okay, now you can see here 100 would have become 81. Okay, it became 81. So you can access by different methods. That's what I shown by here. Data underscore test dollar score third, and also data underscore test square bracket 3, 3 is same, third column, third element. Okay, so I am ending here. So I have taken, so just a recap: vector, matrix, arrays, list, factor, and data frame. So I have taken the basics. I just touched the basics, and rest usage I have taken already before this, just for my friends who wanted to know the basics, just a revision of basics. That's all I meant from these 2 videos. Thank you very much. If you got any doubt, you can just reply, comment, I'll reply.